And let me get this out of the way so I can see y'all better. There we go. And I'll go ahead and hit preview here, and that way y'all can go ahead and look. And Miss Shope is not here today. Her husband is in the hospital, so she's not there. And there is our first question on the test. And it says, if a student does not complete a homework assignment or a test, what grade will be recorded for this assignment? And, of course, y'all know that's 0. These are questions that come from students at the end of the semester, so we got that one right. Next one. All right, write this one down. The number of chocolate chips in an 18-ounce bag of chocolate chip cookies is approximately normally distributed with a mean of 1252 and a standard deviation of 129 chips. And you need to answer A, B, C, and D. Okay? So, let's pull up our handy-dandy whiteboard. I thought I had it pulled up, but evidently I don't. It's them damn Russians. Oh yeah, whenever something don't go your way, Chad, you know who to blame. The Russians.
Deep state?
Huh?
I thought it was the deep state.
No. You blame the Russians because that's always, it was Bush, now it's the Russians. All right, so we've got a normal distribution. And we've got, somebody add it because I'm not going to add it in my head, 1252. And then we got, what's the first standard deviation? Calculator drill team, what's the first standard deviation? Okay, well, we'll just sit here and wait. 1252 plus 129.
1381.
1381. What's the next one?
1510.
15 what?
10.
All right, to the left.
1123.
1123 and 994.
Yeah.
All right, so that takes care of this. And it says, what is the probability? And we'll do it in blue. Okay, A says, what is the probability that a randomly selected bag contains between 1,000, 1,000 to be, there's 994, so we'll put 1,000 right there, and 1,500. 1,500 would be somewhere right in here. Now, they look like they are about the same, but, you know, my father always told me, I don't pay you to think. In this case, don't think too much. All right? Don't think too much. Because if you try to say, oh, well, they're the same, well, you have to check it by calculating the z-score for both. Now, after you calculate the z-score and they come up to be symmetrical, then you can say, oh, they're the same. So let's do that. 994 minus 1252 over 129. Somebody give me that z-score. Well, is it going to be -2 or is it going to be less than -2? I'm sorry, greater than -2. It's going to be greater than -2 because -2 is right here at this black mark. And we know that we're not at that black mark. We're a little bit before it. So it should be like what, 1.9 something? What is it? -1 point what?
9535.
-1.9 what?
5.
That's good because it's only 2 digits. So on your table, you would look up -1.95 if you were using the table. Okay, somebody take this one. 1,500 minus 1252 and divide that by 129. What do you get?
At 1.92.
Okay, so they're not symmetrical, are they? No, Hubert, they're not. So that's why you have to check it. Thank you for the interaction, easily. Hey, it's not writing for some reason. Somebody write 1.92. I think it's oriented. So we've got negative 1.95 on this side. And we've got 1.92 on this side. This stylus is shot. I think the battery must be low. Let me get the other one. All right, so somebody take your handy dandy calculator and do a normal CDF, and what's the left parameter going to be? And what's the right parameter going to be? Okay, somebody do that and tell me what you get. Now, we're talking about an area, so that means 4 digits. Give me 4 digits.
0.9470.
9470. So 95% is going to fall between 1,000 and 1,500 chips, or whatever the case may be. Sorry. Okay. Now let's look at the curve. Did you leave us, Chad? I guess he left. Okay. And look, there's 34, 34, 13.5. I'm going to say 13. And this is 13. So somebody add up 34, 34, and 26. What do you get? And what did we get? It's a miracle. Okay? So that would be 0.9470. So you would type in 0.9470 and you would feel good about yourself. And next one. Okay, now y'all do that one. The probability that a randomly selected bag contains fewer than 1,100. So I'm going to do that in green. Well, I really don't like red. I don't like writing in red. So B, we're going to do in green. So 1,100. Where is 1,100? Well, 1,100 is going to be less than 1,123, right? Okay, so somebody got 2.5 here, and let's say 13 here. What's 2 plus 13? 15. So I'm going to say it's going to be around 15%. So you're going to have to use negative infinity, which is going to be negative 9999, because it's down here. Negative 9999. And change that 1,100 into a what? Into a z-score. So we're going to go over here, and z 1,100 is equal to 1,100 minus 1,252 over 129. Somebody give me that z-score. Well, I think it's going to be like negative 1.1. What does it come out to be?
Negative 1.8.
1.8, so it's further. 1.18. I was fixing to say. All right, 1.18. So, normal CDF from negative 9999 to what? 1.18. And somebody give me that number.
0.1190.
0.1190. 12%, and I said, I don't forgot what I said. 13 plus 2 is 15. I said 15%. What happened to you, Chad? Did you go away?
I was fiddling.
Okay, well, we were talking about you while you were, oh well, I hope you didn't hear us. 0.1190. All right, now, you do the next one. The proportion of bags that contain more than 1225. So I'm going to give y'all a minute or two to do that, and then we'll do that in magenta. We get kind of risque with magenta, but we'll make it, okay? So We'll do C in magenta. Now, Chad, everything I'm doing on this board is being recorded, and I've loaded up onto YouTube. So
Okay.
whatever you're doing, all you have to do is go to that bottom right-hand corner of the, I don't know if you see it or not, but the 3 dots, because you're not the presenter. I don't know if you see it or not, but on your Skype screen, when you're presenting, the bottom right-hand corner is your settings, and you go in there and you click on it, and then it says start recording.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Pause recording, and then you can stop recording. Now, once you stop recording, it has to buffer. It has to go into processing, and it processes. It takes about 5 minutes, and then you're ready to upload it. And what I do is I have IT set up a M drive for me on this teaching station, and that way it will automatically do that, and you can load up later after class. So that's something that you might want to ask them to do. That doesn't take, but you might want to ask them like 6 months before class starts.
The M drive.
Yeah, just tell them, I don't know what they call it. It's all, they just basically proportion a slice of the hard drive off for you, partition. They slice it off for you, and you can put all your stuff in there. And that way you don't have to put it to a thumb drive, because the thumb drive will fill up after 2 videos. So it's a way, and you can also wait and do it later, because you can access that M drive from your office computer also. But you have to get them to fix that. Okay? All right, so 1225. 1225 is right in here. Okay, now somebody tell me, no, it says more. It says more. Now somebody tell me, through common sense, now y'all got to use a little bit of common sense. Y'all know what that is, don't you? Okay? Tell me what your percentage is going to be by looking at just the magenta color. Over 50%. Good. Common sense will dictate that your magenta color is going to be over 50%, because the empirical rule states that this guy right here is what? The 50th percentile. So we know that it's going to be above 50%. We also know that we're going to use 9999 as infinity, as positive infinity, because negative infinity is negative 9999. So we just got to turn this guy, we just got to get a z-score. That's what we got to get. And it says 1225, so equals 1225 minus 1252 over 129, and 1225 minus, that's going to be like what, 20? 20 will be 45, so I don't know, it's going to be real small, and it's going to be negative. So somebody tell me what it is. Negative what? Two digits. 0.20? 21. All right, so type in your handy dandy calculator from negative 0.21 to what? 9999, and tell me what the percentage is to 4 digits.
0.5832.
5832, and we said it was over 50%. So we know by common sense that we have the correct answer. So that would be 0.5832. So we punch that in. 0.5832. And now the last one. A bag that contains 1425. So we'll do this in kind of an orange color. Now, I'm sorry, Chad, that would be orange, because I don't know if you know what orange is, but orange, orange. Some people don't know what orange is. There we go. So we use that volunteer, Tennessee volunteer orange, burnt orange. All right, so 1425. 1425 is going to be somewhere in here. The 1400, 1500, that's around 100. So we need to add 1425, probably about 40 right here. So right in there, I'd say close. And what does it say? It says the percentile. So that means it's looking to the left, right? To the left. So I'm just going to... Okay? So we know two things. We know that 2.5, 64 plus 16, is it 16? 2, yeah. What's 64 plus 16? 80. And then I'm going to say half of 13 is 7, 6. So I'm going to say 86%. Somebody write that down somewhere. 86%. Just so because I'm going to forget it. 86% is what I think it's going to be. Somewhere around 85 or 86%. Because what did I do? I took the empirical rule and I added up 2.5, 13, 34, 34, and half of 13 I said was 6. And I added 6 into that. And when you add that all together, you get 86. Because that's what y'all said. 85 or 86%. So we need a z-score right here of 1425. So that'd be 1425 minus 1252 over 129. And somebody give me that z-score. I'm sorry, what?
1.34.
1.34. So now we're going to go from negative 9999 to 1.34, and somebody give me 4 digits for that. 9099. And what did I say?
86.
Okay, so we know we're right because if we come up with 57, you know you're wrong. What'd you say? Point what?
9099.
That's 91%. Now, let's feel good about ourselves. And we got one wrong, so we suck. So let's see which one we got wrong. We have no idea which one we got wrong. All right. So anybody's got a different, it's a rounding thing probably. So just somebody check those answers right quick and see if y'all got the same ones. Easily, y'all been very quiet. See what y'all come up with. Did anybody come up with anything different?
The answer is 0. Once I eat the entire bag, there's nothing left.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, you could say 0.
Should D be 91st percentile?
For the
Okay,
last
I'm
one, it
sorry. Thank you. So you are the one that's paying attention. 91st. I'm sorry, I didn't read the question, but I'm a guy. I'm excused because I don't what? I don't read directions. That's why you always have extra parts when you put a bicycle together. All right, next question. Does Hubert replace your lowest grade with your final exam grade?
No.
No way, no how. That's one of the questions that I get asked after grade turn-in, a week or two after grade turn-in. So that would be no way, no how. We got that right too. We feel good about ourselves. Next question. I hope it don't bunch all the bonus questions up. It does. When does the homework terminate? Toward the end of a unit. Yes. Good job. All right, do that one. Assume that a random variable x is normally distributed with a mean of 50 and a standard deviation of 7. Compute the probability. Be sure to draw a normal curve with the corresponding to probability. P is between 34 and 57. So somebody tell me, because y'all are so smart, which picture is it? A, B, or C? You should be able to pick it because we've done so many of these in class that you should be able to say, okay, that's B, as in Bravo. Beta, whichever one you want to use. And you feel good about yourself. Okay, now what do we have to do? Well, we've got test scores, so we've got to change those test scores into what? Z-scores, good. So on the left-hand side, 34 minus 50 over 7. And on the right, 57 minus 50 over 7. I'll do the one on the right for you. 1. Wow. I'll tell you what, that's some calculating right there. All right, what's 34 minus 50? 16? Negative 16 divided by 7 is dang old what? 1.8? Somebody help me out.
2.2.
Okay, 2.28. Negative what? 2.29. So what are we going to do? Normal CDF? What's the left-hand parameter? Negative 2.29. What's the right-hand parameter? 1. Somebody give me a 4-digit number. Or a 4th decimal place.
0.8303.
0.8303, which is 83%. 0.83 what?
03.
And we feel good about ourselves. Good job. No smokestack needed on this pickup truck. Next, how is homework, quizzes in class, tests, and exams weighed in Hubert's class? And why is it not B? Exactly, which is what students pick. Next, I wish you would quit doing this. In your grade book, you know that button that y'all never hit? To find your final grade, when? After you have completed all your assignments. Which should you choose? A. Do you know that after I put these questions on 4 unit tests, I still get 2 or 3 deadheads asking me the same questions? A week after grade turn-in, Chad, a week after grade turn-in, I get some of these questions. What should a student do if something happens and they are out of class for a while, like a funeral, a high school event, or a wreck? Somebody tell me what the answer is. A. Good. I will take DAD syndrome. I will take that.
What about D?
What about D?
D? Yeah, D. I'm sorry. Delta, yes. Delta is the best besides A, yes. Because you always blame it on the Russians. If you miss a question on a test and you believe it is correct, what do you do? I say C. Send several emails to Hubert with the last one saying, hello. I think that's the best one. All right, do that one. Oh, NPX. This is when you're given N, P, and X. And if you're given NP and X, that's when you use that in the calculator and you type in N, comma, P, comma, and X. Now, what does this one say? X is less than 4. So what do we do when X is less than 4? That means it's what? Draw it on the number line. Okay, draw it on the number line. Zero, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, ... We don't know how many. Does the problem tell us how many we go to? No. It just says, what is the probability that X is below 4? So you're going to do NP0. You're going to do plus NP what? 1 plus NP 2 plus NP what? 3. Are we going to include 4? Why? Because it's not inclusive of 4. It doesn't have an equal sign under the... So you've got to do that in your calculator. Remember, use the stove button. You know where you get bread? Use the stove button. Stove A, B, C, and D. And then after you do that, you add A plus B plus C plus D, and that should be your answer. binomial. Is it binomial CDF or binomial PDF? Which one is it? I can't remember. Oh, Hubert, it's so-and-so. Thank you, class. I appreciate you referring to your notes and telling me which one it is.
I'm heading to lunch, Mr. McClure.
What?
I'm heading to lunch.
Oh, it must be nice to eat lunch while some people are teaching.
I'm going to
Have a
hang
good
up
one.
now.
You want me to throw you out, or you go, okay? Just leave then. Okay, y'all can act normal now. Settle down, Easley. I think Easley has us muted.
They might.
Yeah, they're not even talking to us.
It's PDF.
It's CDL, CDF.
I think it's B.
I think it's B. I can't remember. That's why I told you to write it down in your notes.
I know say B.
Why is Easley? Y'all can hear us, can't you?
Yeah.
Okay, y'all just ignoring us. Okay, they're just ignoring us. Okay, thank you, Easley. Really nice to be ignored. Are y'all gonna meet us at Papa's and Beers?
Yeah.
Thursday?
Yeah, Thursday
Which
during
Papa's-
class time. Huh?
Which Papa's and Beer?
The one on 81 North. 2 or 3 exits down. Y'all make sure that y'all know where it's at. It's Papa's and Beers, Highway 81 North. I better give y'all, okay, like y'all ain't got my cell number, but you need to write down my cell number in case you get lost. I don't think you're going to get lost. I mean, y'all just have to hit I-85 and come down the road 3 exits, but and for the person that's going to call my department head, make sure you get it right. It's Papa's and Beers on Highway 81 North, okay? She knows where it is because we've eaten there before.
As long as she knows where it is.
Yeah. All right, somebody tell me what y'all got when you added them all up. Or did y'all,
Still working.
are y'all still, oh
Still working
well,
on it.
I'll just,
Wait.
did y'all get it? Or y'all just, okay, that's easily they're talking to themselves, they don't talk to us. Let me go to the handy dandy calculator. And what'd you say it was? Binomial CDF? Leave me alone.
What was that?
Well, let's see. What did it just say? Okay, let's analyze that. What did my phone just say?
You have a work email.
Okay, now what do you think that means?
Sounded like a stinky Terminator.
Got it.
Anyway. All right. Trials. How many trials was it? I got to pull the problem back up.
So 7.
7. And P is what? 0.3. And X value is 0. And enter. And enter. And I'm going to stow. Alpha. And math. A. And I'm going to pull second. I'm going to try this and see what it does. And second, alpha, enter. There it is. And I'm going to put in 1 and enter. Stow, alpha, B. Enter. Second, enter. Second, enter. And 2. And stow. I'm looking for stow. There we go. Stow. Alpha C. and then second, enter, second, enter, and 3. And 0.87, and that, I don't think that's going to be right. Stow, alpha, D. Clear, alpha A plus alpha B plus alpha C plus alpha D equals 1.9328. 1.9328. I don't think that's right. 1.9328. I'm trying to find the question. Hold on. 1.9328. 1.9328. Is that what it was? Yeah, I didn't think that was correct because you can't be over 1. A binomial probability experiment is conducted with the given parameters. Use technology to find the probability of X successes in the independent trials. Use the tech help button. What'd you get?
I got 0.87.
That's better. Point what?
8740.
Okay, I must have done something wrong.
Use CDF.
Okay, don't use CDF. Use PDF. I thought y'all told me to use CDF. Okay, my fault. I suck. There it is. Thank you very much, students at Anderson campus. Easily settle down. You're getting a little bit too rowdy, Easley.
No, he did not. He just used
PDF. Don't use CDF. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Next. What is Schubert's email and cell number? One of my calculus students yesterday asked me what my email address was. This is Calculus 2. What's your email address? Did I respond? Hell to the no.
What, they sent you an email?
They sent me a text.
Oh.
I told them to text me their test because we just had an in-class test, and they were Skyping in. I told them to take a picture of their test as soon as I told them to, and text it to my, or send it to my email address. And he texted me and said, "What's your email address?" He never did respond back, so I guess he kind of got the message. And they get the same questions on their tests that y'all do. And they've had 3 tests. Y'all have had 3, haven't you? This is their test coming up. They've had 3. If you get this one wrong, put Navy or Air Force, okay? All right, do that one. This is an easy question. You should get this one right without even doing any math. Oh, we do have a 4th person. I thought we had just books. All I saw was a book.
No, I've been here.
Okay. Hey, she talked.
Odd.
Oh, okay. Y'all do talk. Just very rare.
Can you read those numbers? I can't see them.
Ma'am?
Can you read the numbers in the second column?
0.41. I'll just draw it. How about that?
That'd be great.
We are going to work on that. That's going to be one of our biggest things that we need to work on, is the ability to make this a little bit bigger, because that's our only one of my obstacles, is y'all can't see what's on the board. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 0.41, 0.18, 0.18, 0.16, and 0.07. I went and got my hair cut right before class, and I'm not going there again until I take my own stuff. Put some on my hair. It stinks. Downright tragedy.
At least you still got hair.
As my daughter says, you can't have perfect hair and smell. And I agree with her.
Do if you go to a Mexican lady.
Huh?
Do if you go to a Mexican lady. Always smelling good.
I think I'm gonna start going to a Mexican lady because I think she would cut my hair very well.
And smell good.
I'm gonna tell you, this stuff she put on my hair smells like toilet water. Thanks. That's the way I think. You will never find Polo in my restaurant. Because that stuff smells like that gum pine. What do you call it? Pine sol? I don't understand why people buy that stuff. It smells like stuff you put in your dadgum toilet. Russians manufactured it. All right, is this a binomial probability? Well, on each one being between 0 and 1, is that true or false?
That's true.
All right, now if you add them all up, you got 41 and 20 is 61. 61, that's 81. 81 minus 4 is 77. 77 plus 16 is going to be 97 minus 4 is 93. Plus 7 is 1. So you can get 1. So this is, so somebody tell me which one it is. I ain't going to read all those. Which one is it? It's 2 of the yeses. Which one is it? B is in Bravo?
I think it's D.
D? Okay, thank you. And we feel good about ourselves. So I'm not really bad on y'all on this test. This is pretty easy. I may have to put some more challenging problems on
I
it.
think that's okay.
If you have incomplete assignments and Hubert puts a 0 in for the grade, what will that 0 do to your grade?
We're gonna make it better.
Make it better. Yeah, make it better. These are all questions except for well, that one too. But except for the branch of service, all these questions come from students at the end of the semester or during the semester. Spanking. Suppose that a poll, what's that? Taken 10 years ago, found that 64% of parents spank their children. I'm one of them. My daughter and my son know what a polypole is. I don't use a belt. I use a polypole. Y'all know what a polypole is?
No, I don't know.
And use them on electric fences. They're made out of fiberglass, and they're about the width, about like that, and they're about 3 foot long. And they got a polyurethane coating on it, which makes them real slick and real strong, so they don't break. I've only had to whip my daughter one time, and my son, I didn't give him a whipping. I only hit him one time. It wasn't a whooping, but I ain't had no trouble out of them. And they're not deranged or anything. Now me, I was raised on fly swatter, a switch, and a belt.
And the magic kitchen spoon.
No, my mama didn't have no dadgum kitchen spoon. She just had fly swatter, and she didn't use the fly swatter in. She used the handle in. She held the flies. She used the handle in. And you know what? I didn't grow up half bad. So I didn't have the timeout crap. I didn't do that. That don't work. So 64% spank their children. Suppose a recent poll of 350 adults with children find that 197 indicated that they spanked their children. Complete, whatever it says. Let me see what it says. Complete.
It says parts A.
Complete parts A and B below. Assuming parents' attitude towards spanking has not changed, how many of the 350 parents would be expected to spank their children? I'm reading the question over. Well, then you would take 64% of 350. Okay, somebody take 64%, take 350 and multiply it by what'd you get? It says round to the nearest whole number. What'd you say? 224. I've never seen this question before. Okay? Do the results of the survey suggest that the parents' attitude towards spanking may have changed since the original poll? Well, what's this poll? 197 over what? 350. What's that one? I have no idea what this question, I've never seen this question before.
56%.
Okay, so this comes out to be 0.56 what? 2 what? 29, which is equal to 56%. And back in old age, it's 64%. So what is this saying? More people believe in timeout. Okay? All right? So, complete parts A through B, and B says, do the results of the, has it changed? Yes. So no is not an answer. So take out A and take out C. And which one is it? B or Bravo or Delta? What the heck are they asking? It has changed. It's changed. It went down how many percent? What's 4, 6, what, 8%? And went down 8%. I don't know what they're asking. Is the outside the unusual observation interval of this survey? I have no earthly idea where this question come from, and I have no earthly idea what the answer is. Yes, 8% less spank their children. That's what it means, but we're going to take this question out. Then it must be B. Has anybody seen this question in your homework? I've never seen that question before. I'll have to take that one out. Remind me to take that one out, Miss Grant. When is the week of finals? B. Why does Hubert not entertain extra credit, extra points, dropping any grades during the last weeks of the semester? C and D are possible answers there. All right, try that one. In the probability distribution to the right, let me move this out of the way. Let me get rid of all the marks on the board. And get this out of the way. X represents the number of hits a baseball player obtained in a game over a course of a season. So 0 hits, he's 17%. 1 hit, 33%. 2 hits, 28%. 3 hits, 15%. 4 hits, 3%. And 5 hits, 3%. 4%, 3%. Okay? Verify that this is a discrete probability. This is a discrete probability because all the probabilities are 0 and 1, and add them up. Somebody add them up to make sure. Now 33 and 30 is 63. That'd be 61, 61, and it'll be 77, 78, 80, 95. I don't know. It's right close to 1. Is it 1? Okay. Draw a graph of the probability distribution. Well, you don't have to draw a graph. All you got to do is look up here. Okay, what's it doing? All right, well, if you take your handy-dandy marker, you got, it looks like it's going up right here, and then it does what? And the middle is somewhere right in here. So the hump is on the left side or the right side? It's on the left side. So you're looking for a hump on the left side of the curve. Okay, so look at these down here. Let me get my pointer back. I would say probably delta. The distribution I don't think it's uniform. It's not uniform. Multimodal. Modes. I don't think we got a mode, do we? Not anything in there that repeats. So I would say bimodal. I have no idea. And is skewed right, which means all the data is on the left. What is the mean? Now, how do you find the mean? You multiply x times what? X times p of x. And what do you do with x times p of x? You add it up, Hubert. That's right, class. So 0 times 0.16 is 0. 1 is 0.3344. 2 times 0.2835. 2 times 0.2835. 3 times 0.1505. 4 times 0.0388. And 5 times 0.0257. And somebody add those up and tell me what you get. Zero, 0.33, 0.56, 0.45, 0.12, 0.13, somewhere in there, 0.15, 60, 72, 72 plus 60 is 136, 169, around 1.7, what's it come out to be?
1.64.
1 point what?
1.64.
1.64 is your mean. What does it say, round to? Type an integer or decimal. Doesn't tell you to round, so we'll be very lenient on that. You got 1.64? So 1.64 means that he's got 2 hits. He averages about 2 hits.
We can do 4 decimals since it's the other numbers of 4 decimals.
Well, what is 1.64 what?
Do 1.6366.
Over the course of many games, one would expect the number player to be the mean of random variable. And any number, you would expect the mean to be the mean of the random variable. Observe the mean keeps most games equal to the mean. I would say D. I may be wrong on that, but it's one of those Philadelphia lawyer questions. I can't stand those things. All right, compute the standard deviation of random variable x. Now, how do we find what do we have to get? Remember, we have to add another column, and we have to do x what? It's blank times p of x, and we add that up, and then we minus the what? The mean squared, and then we take the square root of that, because that's the variance. So what do we got to have here? X squared. So we got to have another column, x squared. So go ahead and do that. So now we got to have 0, 1, 4, 9, 16, and 25. And that's x squared. And now we got to multiply it by p of x, which is 0.1671, 0.3344, 0.2835, 0.1505, 0.0388 and 0.0257. And somebody tell me what that is when y'all get it. Round 3 decimal places. I pray y'all get the same answer. Easily that means y'all too. Y'all can participate if y'all want to. Not a word. I wonder how talkative they'd be if they got each 3 shots of tequila in them. How talkative would y'all be if y'all had tequila in you?
Very.
Very. Okay. Somebody's going to call my department head and says I'm promoting drinking. All right, I'm waiting.
I got 2.021.
2 point what? 021.
Yeah.
Did you take the square root?
Yeah.
Okay, did everybody get that? I need somebody to confirm that.
Hold on. You said 2.021?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Now, the way they've got these things written says E. Now, right now, what was the mean? 1.64? So if I drew a bell curve, 1.64 would be in the middle, and then somebody add the standard deviation. What's 1.64 plus 2.02? 3.66 and 5.68. And what would the minus sign be? What's 1.64 minus? That's going to be a negative. And that's going to be a negative, so we don't really worry about that. Now, they're saying, now these questions, these 2 questions I really don't like, because you could ask, what is the probability that in a randomly set game the player got 2 hits? Well, 2 hits would be right in here. And then a question would be 0.2835. So I don't know exactly what the question is asking. If it's asking for the 0.2835, or if it's asking us, I don't think it's asking us to go and do all that over with the z-score. So I'm going to punch in 0.2835 and see what it likes. Let's see, 0.2835. Some of these questions. 0.2835 and more than 1 hit. Well, what's more than 1 hit mean? More than 1 hit means 2, 3, 4, what? 2, 3, 4, 5, Hubert. That's right, class. So I'm going to add more than 1 hit would be what? 0.2835 plus 0.1505 plus 0.0388 plus 0.0257. Add those 4 up for me. Okay, I need some. Doesn't take too long to add those 4 up, people.
0.4985.
0.498 what? 5. And with all the rounding and all the calculations we had to do, I wouldn't doubt we got one wrong. Let's see what we got. 76. And I know which one I got wrong. I bet you $1 it's this one right here. But it's saying I got another one wrong. Let's see what happens when I hit B here. $76. So I still got that one wrong. C. 76. A. Okay, I got, so A is right. So you need to write that one down because I have no idea. But we got something else wrong. I mean, we'll have to look at it. Over the course of many games, Wood would expect the mean number of hits per game to be the mean of the random variable. Yeah, whatever you say. I don't know what else could be wrong. We're just going to have to come back to this one. We'll have to come back and, because we only got part of that one right, and I don't know, it don't mark it till after we turn it in. So we'll keep going. All right, try that one. This one says, we already did 56 to 67, didn't we?
We did 30.
Ah, okay. All right, well, I'm going to let y'all do this one. I'll go ahead and mark the picture. I'm going to let y'all do it and give me 4 decimal places. No, it's down to QT. It must have already melted together.
They all pilot back.
All right, I'm waiting for 4 digits.
0.1873.
We got that one good. Probably because there's no essay questions. All right. No coughing in class. There are 2 college entrance exams often taken by students, Exam A and Exam B. The composite score on Exam A is approximately normally distributed, blah, 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 mean 20.6 and standard deviation 5.2. The composite score on Exam B is approximately normally distributed with a mean of 1030 and a standard deviation of 214. Suppose you score a 29 on Exam A and a 1219 on Exam B. Which exam did you score better on? Justify your reasoning using the normal model. Sound like to me, you got to change them to what? Z-scores. Apples and oranges.
Deviation.
of 20.6 and a standard deviation of 5.2. And the second test, the mean of 1030 and a standard deviation of 214. You made a 29 on this test, and you made a 1219 on this test. All right, 29 minus 20.6 over 5.2. Somebody crank that out and give me two digits. Blah, 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 blah.
1.62.
1.62. So 1.62 is 1.62, and that is our z-score of 29. Okay? So what is 1219? 1219 minus 1030 over 214. Somebody crank that out and give me two digits.
0.88.
0.88, which is right here. This is 0.88, which is 0.88, which is your z-score of 1219. So, which one's better? The first exam, because it's further out. So, I don't know which one it is. Y'all read it and tell me which one it is. I don't like to read. Which one is it? Exam A is better, so that's B or Delta. Bravo or Delta? Which one is it?
Bravo.
Y'all sure? I'm going with what you're saying. Because the difference between the score and the mean is lower. I don't even understand that. Check answer. And we feel good about ourselves. Next, if you look at your overall grade one day, and it has decreased from several days ago, what has happened? C. C, exactly. It is C. All right. Next, the graph to the right is of uniform density function. Is the uniform density function for a friend who is X minutes late. Find the probability that the friend is at least 17 minutes late. Hold on a minute and I'll make it bigger. There you go. All right. They do not even make you calculate. Well, hold on. I'm trying to get it to blow up. I'm sorry. Just hold on. There. They don't even ask you to calculate. They've already calculated the height. The height is equal to what? 1 over 30, and the base is equal to what? 30. So they've already done the calculation for you. Now, what does the question ask? 17 minutes late, right?
At least.
Well, we'll get to that at least in just a minute. 17 minutes late means what? Right in here? 17 minutes. Okay. At least 17 minutes late. At least. So that means the lowest amount is going to be 17, right? Lowest is 17. So which side is the lowest going to be 17? The left-hand side or the right-hand side? I'm sorry, what?
Left.
The right-hand side. Because your lowest value is what? 17. So this is the side they want. So, you know that the height is 1 over 30. I'm going to do this in another color because this is our actual question. So we know this is 1 over 30, and what's our base? Well, what's 30 minus 17? So this is 13 minutes. So, 13 over 30. Somebody give me that to 4 digits. Somebody tell me, is it going to be less than 50% or more than 50%? Less, because you drew a picture. So, somebody tell me what 13 over 30, 4 digits.
0.4333.
So there's a 43% chance that he's going to be at least 17 minutes late. Remember, uniform distribution will always have to do with what? Will always have to do with what kind of dimension? Starts with a T. Time, because time is the only thing we cannot what? Control. Okay, and I can't find the mouse button. There it is. 0.4333. Says round to 3 decimal places, so 0.433. And you feel good about yourself. Next question. Determine the following graph can represent a normal density function. No. I need to make this test more challenging. I need to put some more questions in this test. Oh, offensive question. Everybody offended. When is the last day of class for this semester? Judgment Day. You're making fun of the Bible. No, I'm quoting a movie. Making fun of the Bible. Oh, my Lord. If you take several forms of the test in Hubert's class, like Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, how is it counted? Takes the highest grade and drops the lowest. Suppose that lifetime of light bulbs are approximately a lifetime. Suppose the lifetimes. Oh, lifetime. I had the lifetime of a light bulb. Lifetimes of light bulbs are approximately normally distributed with a mean of 57 hours and a standard deviation of 3.5. With this information, answer the following questions. All right, draw your pictures, do your Z-scores. I'll write it on the board for you. Mean of 57, standard deviation 3.5, and they want to know here, proportion of light bulbs last more than 61 hours. Proportion of light bulbs that last 50 hours or less. Between 59 and 62 hours. And less than 46 hours. I'm just going to let y'all do it and y'all tell me the answers. I'm going to be lazy here. Is that okay with y'all? Settle down, East. I think Easley has mastered silence. I don't think I've ever had a class as quiet as Easley before. see Lauren up there probably. She's in history.
I saw it the other day.
Did you?
I work for an appointment.
Huh?
I work for an appointment.
Oh, okay. I don't see him very much.
There's probably a reason for that.
You think?
Yeah. He's scared, probably. I would be too.
Now, come on. What if I gave y'all any reason to be intimidated?
No, I'm just saying, like, if nobody's ever met you or, like, actually been in your class, you'd be like,
Is that what's wrong? Is that why Easley won't talk to me?
I mean, I don't think that's why Easley won't talk to me. I think that's why her
They're just
boyfriend
mean
won't
to
talk
me. That's all there is to it. I still think they got us on mute.
I don't know.
Because Miss Show back there today.
Yeah, Miss Sho's
She was
husband is in the hospital.
She was the talker.
How is her husband? Do y'all know?
That just got deep.
I didn't even know about it. No, I think it was a scheduled appointment though.
I'm waiting when y'all get answers. You got two? You got A and B? Give me A and B.
I got A. I don't have B.
0.1271.
Okay, what's B?
0.0228.
0.0228?
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Pretty good.
0.080.
And what about the last one?
Oh, you did 57 and then
Yeah.
divide by 4.
Need to choose how much numbers to do.
Like the negative number, okay.
Actually, I think he has been out to my house twice, but he won't get out of the car.
Yeah, he's definitely scared of you.
A nice guy. He doesn't talk very much.
There's a reason for that, too.
Yeah, because my daughter won't let him talk.
Oh. I was
The
gonna
reason
say.
I'm single.
Body.
They say that for the person that talks a lot, there's a person that's for them that doesn't talk at all.
But I'm just gonna plead the account that may incriminate. Because he knows my daughter, and anything I say, he might say, and oh my God. I think some people have nervous tics, and I think one nervous tic people have is talking. And I think that's that's the encounters I've had with it. I think that's that people are nervous, they start talking and they won't shut up. I'm not talking about with each other, I'm talking about like with total strangers. Just sit there and just start talking. All right, somebody got the last one?
I got a really, really small
Yeah,
number.
I got
I did it wrong.
0.008.
0.0. Is that what y'all got? 0.0008 easily? Settle
Yeah.
down easily. Check answer. Y'all are so smart. See, I've either taught y'all very well or y'all just very smart. Because y'all got all those answers right. I'm impressed. Oh, another MPX. Oh, this one's easy. All you got to do it one time. If you miss this one, don't what? Don't tell anybody. And don't punch in the wrong thing like I did. Make sure it's it's binomial what? PDF. Somebody give it to me 4 digits. Check answer. Good job. Is that all the answers? All right, now let's submit the test and see what we got wrong on that problem.
Yeah, how did I get?
Philadelphia lawyer question.
Mm-hmm.
We only got that part wrong. And we got 2.02. Somebody must have told me wrong. The standard deviation is 1.186 or 1.183, anywhere in that area.
Oh, no, I got it.
Get it? Hello? Somebody said they got
Oh, yeah,
it.
I figured it out. Yeah. Oh, not that one. I was talking about a different picture.
Well, somebody check our work on that one and see why we got 2.02, because I want to make sure somebody can at least get 1.18, make sure that the question's not wrong.
I got the 1.18. I don't think we squared the.
That's what I was worried about. I was worried about if y'all squared. I said, before I typed that answer in, I said, did you take the square root? Yeah. See?
It's the square root of 4.08 if you got 2.01. 2.2.
No, take the square root of 2.02. And you should get 1.18. No. You don't? Okay, well then that means somebody done something wrong when y'all gave me the 2.02. Did anybody get 1.186 for the standard deviation or 1.183?
Maybe it was the fact
I know Miss Grant got it.
we did X. Well, that would make sense if you don't do X squared. That was the one that you did X squared.
And this is supposed to be one mode, so I have no idea. I have no idea what that is. So just make sure you put one mode on that one. One mode. And make sure that you can write this problem down. That's the one, well, y'all got it in your notes because y'all wrote it down. That's the one you need to go through and do x squared multiplied by p of x. I know we didn't do it.
We did X squared, but if you said.
We didn't subtract the mean squared. I bet your dollar that's what we didn't do.
Yeah, I did my
Yeah,
calculator.
Yeah, that's what it was. We didn't subtract the mean squared. Okay, that's what it was. All right. Any questions on the test? Now, we made a dadgum pretty good grade.
You said you were going to try.
Yeah, I need to throw that one out. All right, rest of y'all, see y'all Thursday. Papa's and Beer, 81 North. Everybody got it? Okay. Easily settle down. Now y'all can't get me rowdy at this place now. Y'all know that, don't you? This is a high class place. It's swanky. It's an old KFC building.
Yeah,
And they painted it green and yellow.
that's fine.
See y'all Thursday.
I got a question.
Bye, y'all.
I'm going to be out next week.
Mhm.
So, am I going to take the final early?
And will that day be?
Final exam is online.
Okay.
Final exam is
It's
online.
already online.
Put it online. When is the final exam?
That's what he said.
It's
Final
the
exam
20th.
week is when?
The
Like
20th.
Yeah. Is Thursday our last day of class, or do we meet the 21st?
Pretty much, yeah. That's why we're doing it, because we're not going to meet next Tuesday.
Okay.
I'm just not doing the last unit. Now, I could squeeze the last unit in one class if y'all want me to.
That's okay. I think we'll be good.
You good? You sure?
Yeah, positive.
26th or 5th.
I started on the first day of the exams and I ended on the last day of exams.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
You answered my question.
Which I'm going to go over that at Papa's and Beers. I'm going to go over all of that. Oop, I need to hit.